So it's dinner time and I have some egg yolks because this morning I made amaretti. I used the egg whites. I have the yolks left over. So what do you do with egg yolks? You make carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara is one of my favorite Italian dishes. It's one of my favorite pastas. It's very simple, really simple ingredients, simple preparation, but it's really hard to get it right. So I've made it a few times. I've had some successes. I've had some failures. Let's see how it comes out today. I'm trying to build on my past experience and doing the things that worked well. But there just seem to be some kind of unknowns that happen in the process. I don't know, the cheese gets stringy, or it's not creamy enough, or there's too much water. So let's just see what happens. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we got our guanciale here. I got this in San Francisco at Molinari. It's a little bit difficult to find, so if you can't find guanciale, you can use pancetta. If you can't find pancetta, you can use bacon. They're all slightly different, right? So the pancetta is smoked. Bacon, of course, is smoked. They're different parts of the pig, but use what you have. The guanciale is pork cheek. It's very fatty, and it's also seasoned, whereas pancetta and bacon are smoked. Okay, so first, I'm not going to use this whole piece. I'm just making for me, so I'm going to cut it in half. And it has this crust on it, the outside where it's cured. So I'm going to cut that off. There's a lot of seasoning on it, but the seasoning actually is kind of infused into the guanciale. So leaving just a little bit, but mostly cutting that off. All right, so now I'm going to cut it into strips. The size is up to you. I'm making thin strips. Okay, the other ingredients I have some Parmigiano Reggiano. I have some pecorino, locatelli. I have 3 egg yolks. Gonna mix the eggs with the cheese. Add my pecorino. Some people use only pecorino. I like a mix of pecorino and Parmigiano because the pecorino is really strong and salty. Just going to save that little bit. And then this will produce a thick paste. So that's kind of the consistency that you're looking for. I'm just using egg yolks because that's what I had left over from the amaretti this morning. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to mix that with some pasta water once the pasta starts cooking, and it'll thin it out a little bit, and then you'll see how it all comes together. I'm going to fry the guanciale. Be careful to watch it. You don't want it to burn. So I'm going to do it on a medium heat. And just kind of crisping it up, letting it render some of that fat and leave some of the crispy parts. Okay, I fried the guanciale. I cut it up a little bit so that it's not just long strips. And what I'm going to do now is take most of it out of the oil and just set it aside. Hang on to the oil. My pasta is cooking. It's been cooking for about 4 minutes now. So I'm going to use the pasta water and some of that oil to finish up my sauce here. Okay, my pasta has about 3.5 minutes now until it's done. So the water should be nice and starchy by now. So what I want to do is get a little bit of the pasta water, and then I'm going to mix this in with my egg yolks and my cheese and start mixing that up to make a nice paste. So you want it to be nice and creamy. It's a little bit runny right now. I have some extra Parmigiano that I can throw in here to thicken it up. I don't know, might be okay. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of the oil from the guanciale. Yeah, I think I need to add some more cheese. I'm gonna add a little bit more Parmigiano. And the rest of the pecorino. Okay, that's looking good. So nice and creamy. It will thicken once I add the pasta. So I think that's a pretty good consistency. All right, I got about a minute left with the pasta, and then we'll put it all together. Okay, my pasta is done. So I'm just going to take it from the pot, add it to my cream mixture here. Like I usually do, I turned off the water about a minute before my pasta was done, just so that it wasn't boiling. It's a lot easier to work with that way. So now I just put my bowl on top of the hot pot, and I'm letting the steam lightly cook these eggs. I've tried it several different ways. I've seen it in a frying pan. Look at that. But you run the risk of scrambling the eggs, and you don't want scrambled eggs. This is what we're looking for. Look at that creamy, oh my God. Look at that creamy, beautiful consistency. So I'm just gonna add some black pepper. That beeping is my thermometer in my oven, because I also have some roast pork. All right. And I don't do the fancy serving that you see on cooking shows. So I'm just going to get this into my bowl. It's already starting to harden up a little bit. It's the one thing about carbonara. You kind of have to eat it right away. I'm going to top it with my guanciale. And then let's go to the table and give it a taste. Okay, here is some beautiful carbonara. It looks delicious. It's nice and creamy, thick. My mouth is watering. Perfect. It's perfect. It's so rich. And you know, I mean, this is cucina povera, Italian pork kitchen, right? Using the pig cheek, which is probably one of the least desirable parts of the pig. Just a few eggs. That guanciale is nice and crispy. So you have different textures going on here. Has beautiful flavor. All right. It was a success. The video was a mess. You're going to see there were some issues with the video. I see my camera is kind of tilted. But really good carbonara. So try it. Don't be afraid to make things that may seem a little bit challenging. The process is very simple. A big part of it is timing and just eyeballing it, you know, looking for the right consistency. Oh my God. All right, I have to turn the camera off because I'm sitting here salivating. I don't think you want to see that. All right, thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe. I'm enjoying making these videos. I hope you're enjoying watching them. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Say hi. And I'll see you next time. We got some roast pork coming soon. That's going to be great. All right, toodles. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.